Give my
Yeah,
spiel.
can you just introduce yourself? What's your name and what do you do on Volt?
Okay, very well. My name is John Steck. I'm the Fuel System Integration Engineer on the Volt project, and I'm down here today demonstrating the workings of the Volt to potential customers and media, and people are interested in how it works.
Yeah, I mean, Trent from Reflections of the Drive. Say hey, Trent.
Hey.
We're about to get started on our first lap, so let's start this thing up. Good thing it'll run the air conditioner even when you're on electronic power only. EV mode.
There you go. All right, so basically we're propulsion active. We have our systems up.
You can go. Do it, man. That's gonna go drive that one right over there.
That's gonna go there?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay, and whenever you're ready to go, what we can do is go ahead and put it in drive. Pull the center stick back until you're into D. And what we have demonstrated up here is basically the power flow of the vehicle.
Cool.
Right now, we're in what we call charge depleting mode, or we're using the electrical energy of the battery. The battery...
Probably want to put your seatbelt on.
Yeah,
question mark. Yep. Didn't realize that. There we go.
Take a picture of that cluster up there. He was all red over there because he didn't have it on.
That's true. Everything was red. That's
and actually, that's for the rear passenger. So anyway, you do have the energy being transferred from the battery, 16.4 kilowatt-hour battery, between us and going towards the rear, and that's transferring the energy up to the electric motor. And right now, we've been driving this vehicle for some time, but we still have 24 miles of electric range.
And this is a lot of start-stop. This is a lot of slow speed. This is the energy depleting mode, you know, right here. This is like the drive route that's going to deplete energy the most. So the fact that you've still got 24 miles left on it, it's kind of a testament. But Trent, that's your first lap in the first mass-produced, not just electric car, but with a range extender on board.
Yeah.
How did that feel to you? The steering feel, acceleration?
Didn't really do much of the acceleration. If you don't mind, I'll go around one more time.
Sure, go right ahead.
Do a little more, but steering feels real good. I can actually have some more steering feel than I expected. It is real light, but that's good for the usage of most people in this car.
Yeah, parking lot speed.
Braking regeneration.
Absolutely. Keep the shiny side down, please.
Yeah, the tires on this thing are $2,000 a set.
Yeah.
We learned that because Charlie was having a little bit of fun with it. Yeah, I like the thickness of the wheel rim, though. I mean, I like that, and I feel like the acceleration, not just from a start, but when you're already creeping. Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, but there's a couple of neat industry leading, like this Volt creates industry standards in some special ways. So do me a favor and blink your brights.
Get up here where I'm not.
Go for it.
Somebody.
No, just do it. So that's your pedestrian warning because it's so.
No, that's cool.
Because it's so. Now, and John, I need you to be less than modest for just a second. You have your own hand in giving global industry standards, you know, a definition with this car. You had some uncharted territory with fuel pressurization here. Can you talk a little bit about just really quick bullet points on what fuel pressurization and usage, maintenance mode, you know, all of that stuff entails?
Well, sure. The underlying aspect of this car is to not use the engine, okay? So in order to do that, we have to have a lot of other enabling technologies on this car, and one of them is the fuel system. Today, we use that engine that constantly runs to purge our canister, our charcoal canister, where we store any extra fuel vapors that we have on board. In this application, well, we're not going to rely on that engine starting, right? Because it is an extended range electric vehicle. So in those respects, an enabling technology is to now manage that. Well, how do we manage it in this vehicle? We basically seal the system, and we don't let any of those hydrocarbons out up until the engine is ready to come on once we deplete the battery. So
very limited.
So in order to refuel, we have a function where we have a battery.
We're taping. So just so you know, you want to say hi? Yeah. Say hi quickly.
Ah, Barry Loman, T-Ball Nash.
That's right. Okay.
All right, they're jumping out from everywhere here. And so what happens is we have a refueling function here to unseal that system. So basically, we have a button, we start a refueling process, we'll integrate with the customer with messages on the IPC.
That says wait to fuel.
Yeah, wait to fuel,
yep.
let us vent any pressure that we've experienced in the tank. It's just a physical phenomenon. We
Sure.
don't go out there and artificially pressurize the tank.
And then in 30 seconds, fuel maintenance mode. Can you tell me?
All right, fuel maintenance mode, well actually there's a couple modes. Basically we have a generator on board here, and just like you'd pick up a generator for your house from Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever, it comes with an instruction manual that says, hey, you've got to maintain this thing. You've got to keep it running in tip-top shape. That means you have to start it periodically, make sure all the seals are lubed and everything. We do the same thing here. If you are by chance one that hasn't needed to use the engine for any extended range, we're going to go ahead and ask you to start it about every 6 weeks or so. And in that process, we're interacting. You can start it or not start it, but at some point we want you to start it. We'll run it for about 10 minutes until we get temperature and we seal everything. So that's called engine maintenance.
Cleans the carbon out, burns your old fuel, all that kind of good stuff.
Absolutely.
For the people who are really using Volts as intended, that's gas-free. Thanks for letting me pick your brain, guys. I've got to ask Scott over here what his drive was like. Are these lime accents, dude? They're so you.
This sends a little signal. It knows this is in the car. Just like this.
Very cool. So, what did you think, Scott?
It's awesome, man.
Does it work?
Yeah, it works great.
There are a lot of car manufacturers that said the Volt could never happen, that it was not real. That
It can happen, bro.
yeah.
And it's nice, and I want one.
How's it drive out there?
I want it in white.
You want it in white?
Got a good turn radius. We don't know how fast it'll go. They wouldn't let me go fast, but it's a great car. It rides smooth. Awesome.
That's right. Words from a true Texan here, Texas State Fair, Chevy Volt Drive.